Hey, we're live. Cool. Alrighty. Let's do the things. We'll go with. Why do we want to listen to? Tweet. So, where I'm at right now is I have my structure. We built Bill's hat. I painted the front. But these side pieces are so floppy. Now I'm going to try to attach that. So my thought is a couple pieces of this foam, this thinner stuff here, which isn't that thin, but a little bit thinner, and cut strips of it and run a kind of wide strip, glue it to the foam, glue it to the mesh. You basically make rails to attach it from the back side. That is my concept. So that being said, I need my ruler. And I will need a big ruler in a minute. One second. Great! Alright. Oh, wait for him to show up. We will switch to this clamp right here is set up to go through my desk. Hold the phone. I just figured this out. Not that much, so I'll just put the drill on it for now. We're going to be working on this front edge here. Starting with the front corner. So, what I need is a marker. Hey, we got a camera. That was decent. That's, oh, I do want to 3 inch. Here, 3 inch, 6 inch. Bring me the ruler, bud. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up drawing our stripes across here. We'll cut that. Go over knife. Over pen. We are done with the little ruler. Let's put that back. Lose it. these don't have to be super precise because they're going to be hitting on the inside. But I feel like it looks kind of nice. Other piece of foam in better condition after we for the next project. This foam will have to be for the next. Will get used on more stuff later. There we go. All right. This is a little bit similar but different to our Wednesday show. Feel free to jump in, talk about whatever. I will try to look up every result. I do not have a Coco sheet that works. But we are working on finishing out the Bill Cipher hat, so at least the hat will be done. And then after that, if we have any time left, I will be working on sewing Bill's body. I have cut out the panels. Alright, we're going to put these this way and give them a coat. Or one favorite napkins. That music's kind of loud. Go wrong button. That button. I like that. Music's still there, just a lot quieter. All right. Let's put that on there. Anyone that's a regular here will know this with contact cement. You've seen me use it many times. It is a staple in my toolbox at this point for building stuff like this. And I should probably switch to this camera. All right. There we go. That's probably a better view for you. Jar in the middle. This is kind of long. I should have probably shortened it before, but I just realized I didn't do that, so I'm not that worried about it. There's things I can do after the fact, and it'll still look good. If you hear weird growling noises, it's the place next door is running equipment. Things are re-graveling their driveway. Okay, this next part, it's gonna be really hard to show, but I have to, inside the hat, I have to put contact cement. So same thing I just did here. Imagine I'm doing it in there. And it's going to be very fumey and gross. And dark. I can't quite see what I'm doing. Oh, we need a light. I wish I had a light. Cell phone for the win. Cell phone, flashlight. So. Yeah. Remember, your phone is a tool. Use it as such. But it is not a hammer. Do not use it as one of those. You will need a new one. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let's shove you guys up as we can. I'll aim you at the table. Come on. Maybe if I turn that, rest that on there a little. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see where I'm working. So I'm going to take this, put it all the way to the bottom. Like it. Nice little lip all the way down. Rotate and do the same. Okay. So now, one, no longer have a gap. Because that can get glued straight to there. Which eliminates the gap. Aha. So, see, we're losing our gap that we had. We'll glue this to that now. There's one more cosmetic step to this when we're all done. Big hat on a little head. Big hat on a little head. Okay. Look at that. Now we have no more gap. Do that again over here. My fingers are sticky now. What am I doing? Turning up the phone light. Okay. Let's finish gluing this up. You're just stumbling across this right now while I'm live, feel free to join. Like, I did not plan on doing this, I just did it. Because I was like, I'm gonna be working. Let's see who else is out there. You are my body doubles today. Oh, that came out nice. Look at that. It makes the hat more round too. But that does leave us with these two big tabs hanging out. And I said I had a solution for those, and I do. I can take the blade, lay it flat so that the tip of the blade's flat with that, and cut across. The other way I can do this is if I find my yellow scissors, my junkier scissors, I can literally just cut it off with a pair of scissors. Because it's a spot you will not see. What I'm about to do is stripe it a couple times. There we go. Now we have a nice flush brim. Stick that on. Just be careful that with your fingers when you do stuff like that. My hand was kind of close to that blade. Now that I have these two sticky pieces though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue them together so they don't gather everything in my cosplay room. And with that, we have the front of the hat. But I do not like how this looks aesthetically. And there's just kind of a well, switch to this camera, a lot of visibility. You can see me very well, so we need to obstruct that visibility some from the outside. So one of the ways to do such a thing is with a mesh. Mesh is finer. Ooh, this mesh is finer. So I'm going to try to use this one on the outside to look a little bit cleaner. But I don't know if I have enough to get all the way around. Let's find out if we reach. We do not reach. That sucks. Okay. The other way we could try to do this would be okay. See what that looks like. Oh, cricket. Ah, there we go. That's probably a good video for you guys. Okay. So the other way I can try to do this would be to take this, fold it in half so it's double thick, and then just make a panel that sits right in there. And I think that's the one we're going to have to go with. So with that being said, we need to pull the soft roller. Measure the bottom. It is 9 5/8. 9 5/8. And then we measure the top up here. That is 10 1/2. Did I write my 9? But the resin drops. 10 1/2. All right, so we can sidetrack the hat for a minute. Over onto the body. By the way, the body got smaller. Trimmed it down, shrunk it up a little bit, and then I duct taped on foam pads for him. Now what we are going to do is we need to lay out our fabric. Oh, I forgot one more measurement on this. That's our vertical measurement, which on this particular one is 22 9/8. Okay. So, because I want to do this double thick, I need to multiply both my numbers by 2. So 10 1/2 would be 21. And 9 9 is 18. 5/8 5/8 is 1 1/4 inches. So 19 1/4. If you're wondering how I do fractions like that so fast, I take a 5/8. I know 5/8 is 1/8 over a half. So if I add 1/2 and 1/2, that leaves me with 2/8. 2/8 is 1/4. That is how I do that math super fast. Oh, it is lunchtime, but I'm not doing that because I'm hanging out with you guys. Okay, so we need 21. It's right here. I need a non-black marker. That does not show up. Let's see if the white pencil shows up on the black. Yes, it does. So 21. Half of that is 10 1/2. So I know where my fold line is. It'll be right there. And then to measure upward. How far? 22 1/8. 22 1/8. Puts us somewhere about there. And then we do it again over here. Put us somewhere about there. take those two marks, put a ruler on those. What is our bottom number? Is 19 and a quarter. Oh, ain't that something? We landed right on 19 and a quarter. That is crazy. After that are slim. And put our pencil mark there. And if you're wondering, this is not one of those fancy or those pencils for fabric. This is literally just a white color pencil. It's marshmallow. It's the color. So you can use things that aren't meant for things to do things. I wish I knew where my good scissors are. I think my white ones are up front. So let's haul out a boy. Bruce, can you bring the white scissors? Let's see if those show up. White scissors, please. In the living room, I think. Okay. So we'll cut this in just a second here. But then we're going to fold it in half. Oh, sweet. That's even better. Thank you, sir. We're live. It is warm. If you'd like to turn on the air, you can. And with that, time for today's PSA. Drink your water. With water. Now drink it. So, this stuff has to cut's really nice. I will tell you, super glue will turn this stuff crusty and hard and weird. So probably not that. Okay. Bottom side is the bigger number, which is supposed to be the top. So this is currently upside down. But that right there, once it is flipped, that away, will sit. So currently, we're going to set these inside because they are bright white. Very easy to see. You can see those scissors very clearly. So then, we take this by laying this over that. Scissors disappear. Scissors are still in there. My hand's literally up against it. You can faintly see it. Plus, that will blend a lot nicer with the foam. So, what we have to do here is glue this down. But as I said before, I've tried super glue and it gets super hard and weird. I've tried Gorilla Glue Clear, it didn't do much better. But I have this weird, I have liquid adhesive. Let's try that. It's quick and easy way to put many types of materials and rapidly craft hobby liquid warning, not used by children. Doesn't say what it's exactly for. Do I have tacky glue? I think I have tacky glue as well. Yeah, I have puzzle glue and I have tacky glue. I'm gonna try tacky glue actually. I have had this bottle for a while and I haven't used it. Let's try tacky glue on it. So we are going to put a nice little blob there. And tap that down. And we will continue this process of putting dabs of glue every so often. Or you know what? Let's do this. Let's try a stripe. Let's see what that does. Okay, seems to work. Let's keep it going. You're gonna end up with a sticky finger if you try this. I'll tell you that much already. But, oh, it slid up. I don't like that. Slide back down. See? Little gap at the top might not be bad. A little airflow down there. And a little pretty square at the top. Okay. So that's one side. This should be able to double back. Side 2 should be able to go right with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to put glue right over the same glue line. Okay. I caught the stringy bits on there. Okay, so we're gonna flop this back. I would suggest if you have a dental tool, something like this. I get this one cheap. This is the Harbor Freight one. It might be useful to use for patting this stuff down. So I might have to put a little bit of paint there to hide that, but it's not on a visible vision panel anyways, so I'm fine with that. And then on this side, I think what I'm going to do is just put a really heavy bead. But hopefully when I push it down, sticks both sides of the fabric. Okay. Like, leave comments. Let me know if you have experience with tacky glue, good, bad. Like, what is tacky glue really good for? Is there something that I should have been doing that I didn't do? I did not read instructions. That is completely possible. Apply, surface, press them together. No, that's the instructions. Yeah. I mean, is there like water kicks it off faster or anything like that? Yeah, because that would be great information to have. Not seeping through that well. But the hat does look better. And you can still see through it. So, kinda. So that's why my mouth was on the wrong monitor. Boom. So, you can't really see through to me anymore, but I can see out perfectly fine. Oh well, we are losing part of the hat. Yeah, that seems to be working rather well. We have to let it tack up more. It says it's fast. It ain't as fast as I'm moving. I think I'm going to put one more bead on here, right down this corner. See if I can glue a little bit more of this down. Look at that. Needs a little love. A little paint, probably. I think that's good enough to set aside and let here. So, first time using tacky paint, not as quick as they say. They say quick drying. Or was that the other one? Yeah, that was the other one. It's heavy duty white glue. What I've gathered. Your hat. Just right. But now we need to sew. So we can ditch the apron. But yeah.
What?
You really need to brush your hair, sir. It is crazy. And we have fabric. Okay. Let's see. We have side panel. We have side panel.
But
Yes. And we have front and back panel. This being back panel. So we will build back panel first. Back panel to one of the front panels. And we'll do the other side panel. So you have two sides, so a lot of fabrics. This one has this really pretty shiny gold. And then the other side's a yellow. Kind of blown out, but has a yellow and a reflective shiny gold side. I'm gonna let him choose which side we want to be the outside, because they both have their qualities. Bruce! Should the outside of Bill's cipher be shiny gold or yellow?
shiny gold.
Shiny gold. Okay. In that case, we will take our part. We'll set it like so. We'll take something to measure with. This should be about a foot. Yep, about a foot. So if we start about here, that will be middle. So with that being said, I need to take my marker, just put a little dot there. This is going to be the back because I accidentally put these little marks on it. And on the back of him is not in the picture. So, I will say it does leave gunk on your fingers. That stuff gunked up my fingers good. All right. Let's see. Zoom. Do you see better? Okay, that's all the zoom we have. So that's middle. But first thing we need to sew is an end cap where his head's going to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double this back on itself, and then double it back on itself again. Oh. And then find my cup of sewing. A bit of clip. Double back on itself. Double back on itself. Try to make this somewhat even. clip. If you're doing corners, more clips or pins. If you're doing straight edges like I'm doing right now, less. Junk in this cup. There we go. First side prepped. Prepped. Throw that over there. Next step, move it out of the way. Get some string. And we're gonna go with this yellow. It already has bobbin. May as well throw some of these other ones back in here. That's black, light blue. Go with that one. Boom. That up here for a minute. We're about to put the red. We had red in it. So I'll just wrap my red up. By the way, these sewing boxes right here, they sell them over at they sell them at a lot of craft stores. I don't even remember which one I got these at, but I used to have these. I have 2 more of these things that I got when I was a kid. They work great for Hot Wheels. They fit your Hot Wheels beautifully. So if your kid has out of box Hot Wheels and you need a carrying case, these work really well, and they're double sided. Okay, thread on top, bobbin goes that way, pull it forward, pull it back, flip the top, thread goes this way, goes through 1, goes through 2, goes down on 3, hooks around 4, comes up, slides through 5, drops down, hook around 6. Boom. Sewing machine thread it, put that down. I like to do this first one by hand. You'll see it go across inside your little window. Once it's hooped over like that, you can lift your foot, grab your 2 strings. Grab your string. So pull a little hoop up for you. Boom. Pull the string from underneath through. Now you have your bobbin fed through. Your top thread fed through. And I need. Block glue. We plugged in? No, we are not. Okay, we plug sewing machine in. Put that over. Put that there. My pedal doesn't reach the floor. So I just have to like set it on a shelf, which is kind of annoying, but it works. that a little ways in. Line up your part the best you can to a straight line. And pop that first clip out the way. Throw it back in your cup. Keep your cup handy because you will need it. There you go. You go. Turn on machine. Go forwards. Hit button. Go back as far as you can trust yourself not to go off the end. And then go forward. Keeping it even.
Oh, these are good.
All the way up like that. Back. Bunches when you but I got it done. Put up, rotate your needle to the high point, put your tabs up, swoop off, and you get a nice edge. If you're going to be judged at a cosplay competition, this is the type of stuff they look for. This is not a high-end fancy edge, but like the fact that there's no open edge to the fabric, you're not seeing all the fibers like on the sides here. That will actually get you a lot of credit right there, because that your hidden, yes, your outside edge is folded over, your inside edges as well. The smaller, tighter ones you do with that, they'll look even cleaner and tighter. But if I wanted a softer edge because this is actually not even going to be seen. It is more for where his neck sits, because that sits like that against his neck. I just wanted a nice edge so it doesn't go to junk over time. But I think that is probably going to be our show for today. That was about an hour, so that's cool. Hour of not impromptu show. Well, remember, be a maker, not a hater. And I probably will be dropping it in and out throughout the weekend via phone, if my phone will do it. All right, later, guys.